Welcome back, everybody, to the Search Show 24/7. This is episode 2 of the CW's The Flash, entitled Fastest Man Alive. So, let's get right into it. Alright, guys, The Fastest Man Alive is the second episode of The Flash, and it's just really good. A lot of emotion in this episode. A lot of emotion in this episode. And, I'm a very story-driven guy. There's a lot of great action scenes and a lot of great stunts and stuff in this episode, but I'm a story type of guy and like an emotion type of guy when it comes to shows like this. And just the backstory between Barry and Officer Joe is just heartfelt, heartwarming, sometimes sad. It was just really good to see, and I think what the Flash benefits from is like it benefits from like learning from the mistakes that Arrow made in like season 1, and it's really trying to fix stuff like that. And it's really trying not to make those mistakes. So I'm gonna go into like the backstory a little bit of Barry and Joe, and then we'll talk about like the main stuff. Now, with the whole backstory and stuff, we really see like Barry, still as a kid, really trying to get to his father and really try to get people to understand that his father did not kill his mother. He saw the whole thing. He saw like this yellow streak take his mom away or whatever, and everybody still doesn't believe him because he's a kid, and people don't believe kids most of the time. And Joe takes him and adopts him with ISIS and stuff. And you really see it, like Barry like escape, run away all the time, and it really makes it difficult for Joe. And just in the present day, when you get that confrontation of like Barry not really listening to Joe, and Joe really saying like, Barry, you think you know everything, but you don't. You're still a kid, and Barry like going like, you're not my father. You don't own me or anything like that. You can't tell me what to do. It was just very sad because you see like when Barry's a kid, like Joe took him, and he took him under his wing. He tried the best he could, even though he wasn't his father. He treated him like his own son, and you see like he really cares for Barry, and he really thinks of Barry as his own son. So it was really good to see him, and he plays the guy who plays Joe. He does it fantastic. Just the emotion in his eyes, like you can tell that he cares for this kid so much. It was just very sad, but it was acted very well. So I really love it. So when the time comes for when they're Barry and Joe are both on the same page and they're willing to help each other out, it was just good to see. And like they have that little moment of Barry saying like, you're not my real father, but you're the one who took me to college. You're the one who taught me how to drive and stuff like that. Them to have that moment was a very special moment, and I felt like the show needed that kind of moment, and it did it really well, and it executed it perfectly. Now let's get into just the main story of this. Now it's this guy who is trying to kill this other guy named Stag. Now Stag is like this big head honcho guy, and he's a very dirty, grimy type of guy. And it's a guy who ends up becoming a multiplex. He's a guy who can just make multiple like clones of himself. And that was really cool. It was weird because at first I thought they said Mirror Master was going to be in this episode, so I was a little thrown off. But multiplex is really cool. But what was so cool about it was just how it really reminded me of like the Matrix and stuff like that, where Mr. Smith or whatever you want to call him is like fight Neo. That was really cool, and I love the fact that it took Barry a long time to defeat him. It took him a few tries to get it and to really understand like how to beat this, and he didn't just beat him like he beat Weather Wizards just like in like round 1. It took him a minute, so that was really cool. The effects look really good when he runs and stuff. It looks fantastic. I love the fact like if you watch my first episode, I did say like I like his running, but I don't like just the fast or like the up close thing when he's doing like this. I like it when it's like panned out a little bit so you can actually see it. And they did a lot more of that just so you can actually like just a pan out version of him running. It was really cool, and the effects still look great even in episode 2. I I do love the fact that they played upon like his powers, and they really show like what his powers can actually do, and the benefits of it, and like the downgrades, and like what can mess him up. And like he runs so fast that he's always burning calories and stuff, so he's always weak. So I love the fact that they did that, because when he was like falling and being dizzy, I was like, it better be like in the comics where, you know, he needs to eat constantly to just keep his like, you know, his fuel up and his body going. And they did that, and I like that they did that, and I like that the way they explained it. I like they had the little treadmill and stuff, so that can hint at some more stuff in the future. So I'm super excited for that. When I saw the treadmill, I was like, oh man, well, he might be going into that special place, you know what I mean? So it was cool that they introduced the treadmill now, so later on they can upgrade it and they can do other stuff to it, and we can really get the real meaning behind that treadmill. So that was really, really cool. What else happened? It was just so much that really happened in this episode. Like I said, I do love the fact that he was getting his butt beat a lot. What's really interesting about this episode is like who is Wells, you know what I mean, and what is his purpose? Because you see, after Barry takes out Multiplex, because Multiplex was trying to kill Stag, Wells actually goes to Stag and he kills Stag himself. And he kills Stag because Stag wants to like find out who the Flash is and like experiment on him. But Wells kills him because he's like, Barry, his name is the Flash, or he will become the Flash one day, and he's a special person and no one needs to harm him or hurt him. So he actually kills Stag. So I want to know who Wells is like in the future. Like, is he like a future Flash? Is he like a different person? Is he Barry like in an older? Is he an older version of Barry that came back in time? I want to know what that is. So I'm super excited to just find out who he is. I do love the fact that Barry told, it was like this moment where he tells Isis how he really feels, but he was going super fast, so she didn't really hear it or anything. So hopefully they can do something about that, because I feel like she's very oblivious to the fact that he's like madly in love with her, and it's driving me crazy. But I do love Isis. I really like her. It's just, the only thing I don't like about her is like she's just so oblivious to the fact that this guy she's known like since she was like a kid is like madly in love with her. Like, who wouldn't know that? You know what I mean? So overall, I really enjoy this episode. A lot of great things happen. I do like, you know how they have like Team Arrow. I do like Team Flash and like their chemistry. Cisco is really, really cool because you can tell like he just enjoys the fact that it's a superhero in the mix. And Caitlin, she's kind of more, she's very tough and straight-laced and stuff like that, but I do like that chemistry, and I do like Team Flash, and like I said, I'm still very interested to see who Wells is as a person, what's his end game. But what do you guys think about the second episode of Flash? Did you think it lived up to the expectation? Do you think it's going in the right direction? Do you like the villains and stuff like that? So please comment below, let me know. And as always, this is the Cirque Show 24/7. Be easy.